Title: Sometimes you need to risk it all for a dream only you can see. The rain fell in sheets, washing the city in silver. People hurried past, umbrellas raised, eyes glued to their screens, lost in routines that looked safe, but suffocating. Amid the noise and blur, stood Arjun, drenched, clutching a worn-out notebook close to his chest. He wasn't heading to work. He wasn't going home. He was heading toward a dream no one believed in but him. Arjun had always been the responsible one. The kind of man who never missed a paycheck, never broke a rule, never questioned the path laid before him. After graduating, he landed a stable job in finance. His parents were proud, his friends admired his discipline, and on the surface, his life looked perfect. But late at night, when the world went silent, his heart whispered something different. It called him toward art, painting, storytelling, colors that spoke more truth than words ever could. But every time he picked up a brush, a voice inside said, "This isn't practical. Dreams don't pay bills." So, he buried that part of himself deeper each year, until one day, everything changed. It was a Monday morning like any other. Arjun sat at his desk, typing numbers that meant nothing to him, when his manager walked in with a promotion letter. Everyone clapped. Everyone congratulated him. But as he looked down at the paper, he felt nothing, no joy, no excitement, just a quiet ache in his chest. He realized in that moment he was climbing a ladder leaning against the wrong wall. That night, he went home and stared at his old sketchbook. The pages were filled with half-drawn dreams, mountains, faces, wild skies, each one a piece of the life he never dared to chase. His hands trembled as he whispered to himself, "If not now, then when?" The next morning, Arjun made the decision that would change everything. He quit. No backup plan. No savings big enough to last long. Just faith, and a fire in his chest that refused to go out. His parents were furious. "You're throwing away your future," his father shouted. "Do you even know what you're doing?" He didn't. But for the first time in years, he felt alive. Days turned into weeks of uncertainty. He rented a tiny studio apartment with cracked walls and a leaky ceiling. He painted all day, sometimes through the night, his hands covered in color and his heart in hope. He sold his old watch to buy more paint. Some days, he didn't eat. Some days, doubt crept in, whispering that maybe his father was right. When he finally showcased his first exhibition, barely 10 people came. Only 2 paintings sold, one to a friend out of pity. Arjun walked home in silence that night, his dream feeling smaller than ever. He sat on his floor, surrounded by unfinished canvases, tears blurring his vision. "Maybe I'm not meant for this," he muttered. "Maybe dreams really are for fools." But as he looked around the room, the splashes of color, the smell of paint, the quiet hum of creation, he realized something. Even if he failed, he would rather fail doing what he loved than succeed living someone else's dream. That night, he picked up his brush again. Months passed. He posted his work online, slowly building a small following. He painted stories of struggle, hope, and freedom, emotions that words couldn't contain. One day, a message appeared in his inbox from a woman in another country. "Your painting gave me the courage to leave my toxic job and start again. Thank you for reminding me what freedom feels like." Arjun stared at the message for a long time, tears welling in his eyes. For the first time, he realized his dream wasn't just about him, it was about everyone who had forgotten theirs. One evening, as the sun dipped low, he received an unexpected call. A well-known art curator had discovered his work online and wanted to feature his paintings in an international exhibit. Arjun stood frozen, disbelief flooding him. The same dream that once made him the black sheep of his family was now opening doors he never imagined existed. Months later, his art hung in a gallery halfway across the world. Strangers stood in front of his paintings, not knowing the sleepless nights, the rejection, the hunger behind every stroke. His parents watched quietly from the crowd, tears in their eyes, not of anger this time, but of pride. When the lights dimmed and the applause faded, Arjun walked outside into the cool night air. He looked up at the stars and smiled. He had risked everything, security, approval, comfort, for a dream only he could see. And now, that dream wasn't just real, it was alive in others too. Moral: sometimes, life demands you to leap before you're ready. The world may not understand your vision, and that's okay, it's not meant to. The greatest dreams are often invisible to everyone but the dreamer. And it's only when you dare to risk it all that you discover who you truly are, because every great story begins the moment you decide that fear will no longer write your ending. Would you like me to create? White heavy checkmark SEO package, title, description, hashtags, Keywords, white heavy checkmark separate AI image prompts for each paragraph white heavy checkmark thumbnail idea, for this story next.